The main purpose of this video is going to be to show you how, or explain to you how you would get your skulls sent to us. Our job here at skullmounter.com is processing skulls. We've been featured in Milwaukee Journal, USA Today, many of the local newspapers. We've even had a clip on television. The best thing to do if you're going to send to us is put it in a plastic tote. You get them at Walmart. They're about $5 or so. If you can't get a plastic tote, we get a lot of them in cardboard boxes. It doesn't really matter. Whatever you send it in, we do send it back in the same package that you sent it in. The best thing to do is to freeze it. If you can do that, if your wife's not going to allow you to do that, that's fine too. Put it in the tote. Double bag it. Put it in 2 plastic bags. Double bag it. Put your name and number inside the tote somewhere. Most people put it on the underside of the lid. We get a lot of them in often that don't have any information on it. Eventually the people call, we get them back to them as that would go. Again, we save the tote, whatever package it comes in. Some people have some real nice, they send them back and forth to us. So yeah, it's up to you, but just so that you get here with your information inside it. The skull, this is the $50. It comes mounted on a flat like this. We'll engrave a year for free in there. But this is $50 complete. We do everything. You just send it to us. You don't have to scan it, nothing. We'll take care of all that. This is $50. For $15 more, as you'll see on the website, you get this pedestal. It sits like this on a shelf or on a wall or on a mantle, wherever you might want to put it. Or you can hold it by the axle here, give it half a turn, and it's universal. It'll sit on the wall, such as this one up here. Either way, it's just real simple. There's a set screw in the back. You twist it around. We're going to get a lot of phone calls. We do off the website. Do we sell these separately? We do. Pedestal set up like this, $15. Flat $10. If you want the year engraved, we can do that as well. At skullmounter.com, this represents 2 days of customers bringing in heads. We'll tag in the heads. We'll put them in here no longer than 2 days so that we can get them out of here and get them into one of our walk-in freezers. This bin holds about 200 heads in here, so it's not uncommon on a busy day to get 100 heads or more on any given day. We'll just tag them in, put them in our freezers like this, and then when in a row, and when time comes for them to be done, we get them out and get them peeled, get them ready to go in with the beetles. Here's a dozen or so beavers. Deer heads only make up probably about half of what we do. We do many animals. We've done every animal that is in North America. The beaver especially look nice. I'll get a picture inside one later, but just seeing where the teeth go. They go all the way back, all the way up around. They're great. We actually donate these to the science classes in the local schools and libraries for the children to look at and to learn on. Okay, I'll briefly talk about the pricing a little bit. The best thing to do is call us to get any information you may need. The phone number is 1-715-267-6104. It's in your best interest to call. We can talk things out. You'll know exactly what you have to do. If there's any price differences, for instance, the deer, the $50, lower jaw, if you want that back, that's $10 more. So that'd be $60. Most people don't do that. Deer are usually done with just the skull without the lower jaw. Usually when they want the lower jaw back, it's for aging purposes anyhow. I want to talk about people who start this thinking they're just going to get some easy money. If you're having your skull done somewhere, someone has been doing it for 2 or 3 years working with the beetles, be very careful. I'm not saying that just to get your work. Well, I'm going to get plenty of work regardless if you send your skull to me or not. It's just that I have seen so many times people start this business, what they think is a business. They'll take in skulls, the beetles die. The beetles are very hard to work with. They'll die and people won't get their skulls back. They just leave country, whatever it may be. I've heard many stories. We work with the DNR around here constantly with people starting up, wanting to follow through. They've been here, they drop it off, they say, yeah, I want to do that. If you're going to take your skull somewhere to have a beetle clean, it's not that someone just has it set up in their garage somewhere. Make sure they've been doing it a couple of years. It's just going to be in your best interest. In 18 years, we've refined it quite a bit. We were able to keep our prices down. Feel free to look around, check out some of the prices. We don't think our prices can be beat, especially for what you get. If you have any questions, give a call, 1-715-267-6104. In just a moment, we're going to go up into some of our walk-in freezers. Each freezer holds anywhere from 2,000 to 2,500 heads. The purpose of showing this to you is to give you some confidence on how many people are sending or bringing their heads to us at skullmounter.com. We're going to show you inside the freezers. Take a look, share the video, share the heads. Again, each one has 2,000, maybe 2,500 heads in each one. You can contact us, 715-267-6104. Here's a look of some of the heads we have in one of our freezers. We have several walk-in freezers around. I'll step in front of the light here a little bit. Get up toward the end here. Pile of them there. Comes around. No shortage on deer heads here. Here's yet another freezer. These heads here were just tagged in this last week. These are internet heads, what we call internet heads, what we get off our website. People send them to us. We get them in all forms. You'll see some. There's some there that don't have the hide on them. There's a antelope down here. Hides on it. There's some antelope in here that they're not on. It doesn't matter how you send them to us. Our guys will skin them. We have to skin them, take their eyes out, their brains out. We've got to remove all the meat we can get off them, their lower jaws, before they go in with the beetles. Okay, it's a little messy in here, but this is inside one of our receiving docks. You'll see they come into totes like this. These bags are just our garbage, but there's some cardboard boxes. The majority come in totes. We'll look over here. Here's some totes. There's some totes here. We just set them here before we get them into the freezers. Here's some that's already done, so you'll see we get boxes and totes. At any rate, put your name and number inside. This customer here, just put it right in the top there, just so we can get a hold of you. If we get heads in here that don't have your name or number, no contact, we'll just have to wait until you call us. Here we have an alligator. You got to take the head off from the lower jaw. You got to get as much of this leather off the sides that you can. I cut it with a knife here. We got to cut here, and meat that's on here. This is all way too much for the beetles. They'll never eat it in time before the meat would go bad and get moldy. That'll kill the beetles. Here we're skinning an alligator claw. You have to get all the skin off. First you got to get all the skin off, then you have to get all the meat removed. The beetles will not eat any leather, skin, eyes, brains, anything like that. For the interest of time, we will put in a different alligator claw that I've been working on. Even all this meat between here, you have to get all the meat off. If you give this to the beetles, they will just spend too much time taking stuff off that you could have taken off. All that has to be taken off of there. You got to get the skin off right down to the nails on there, otherwise this will dry out and you will have a mess of a hard time getting all this leather off once this dries out. A few pictures of the beetles. You'll see they're doing a bear head here. This bear head's about done. That's why there's not just all over it. If there was meat on here, you wouldn't be able to see the bone. It would just be about an inch thick of beetles. Here's the adult beetles here. These are the larvae, some smaller larvae there. Here we put a chunk of meat in so you can get a view of more of the beetles. There's a lot in taking care of the beetles. We do sell the beetles. You can call us, 715-267-6104. We'll sell them to you. After we sell them to you, we'll explain to you how to take care of them. That's in our best interest that you buy from us. The lifespan of the beetles is 8 to 10 weeks. They lay eggs. They're a larva for the most of their life. Again, the larvae do most of the work. The black ones are the adult beetles. They do eat some meat. The main purpose of them is to lay their eggs. Here are the beetles working on a lower jaw from that same bear. We have a bug room. Everyone asks, how do you take care of the beetles? It's a lot of work. Don't let anyone tell you it's not. They stink. It stinks really bad in here. We have 2 rooms, 24 feet by 24 feet, size of 2 garages. You're not going to have that. Most people want to put them in the garage. That's fine. They have to be warm, and they're going to give off an odor. We have it well ventilated in here. You cannot buy them, put them in some kind of container, and put a lid on them. They give off an ammonia smell that will kill them. They need circulation, so you can't try to just trap the air inside, keeping the smell inside. They've got to have some sort of circulation. Here the beetles are working on an alligator. Again, you can't have just maybe 1,000, 2,000 beetles. You have to have enough so the beetles will get it done in a day or two. If the meat is rotten, the beetles won't eat it. If the meat is moldy, they'll simply kill the beetles. This may not look like very many beetles, but if you dig underneath anywhere in here, you're going to see beetles that have already eaten. You dig underneath here, see them all moving underneath? This brown stuff is what is called frass. There's 30 to 40,000 beetles in this colony. See down deep here? It's not what you see on top of this particular skull jaw of what we have in here. A colony has to be 40,000 to do anything bigger than, say, a squirrel or a mouse. Well, that's all we have to show you. That's our quick tour of our operation here at skullmounter.com. If you want to give us a call to get any more information, the number is 1-715-267-6104. We'd be happy to help. We could also give you a price on beetles if you're looking to get into doing some yourself. Again, be very careful with that. The cost that you'll have involved, it's not the cost of buying the beetles, it's all the other things that come along with it. You'll have to have food for them when you don't have skulls. They eat a lot of food. Well, if you do choose to go that route, you want to get beetles for yourself, after you buy them from us, we'll help you through every step. We'll answer any question. You'll have our number. You can call us as many times as you need to. We'll help you to keep your beetle, get your beetle colony up and going. That's it. Give us a call, 715-267-6104. We'll help you in any way we can. Thank you.